Welcome to the preview of the big Collingwood game against Carlton on Saturday afternoon. Lots to discuss, ins and outs, ups and downs. So let's play the intro. Besides the most recent JLT game where the Pies won by a kick, the last time we versed Carlton was round 14 last year. That was the game where we only won by 20 points, super scrappy affair. Treloar did both of his hamstrings, Carlton had a few injuries, Greenwood got knocked out by Thomas, so he wasn't playing for a while as well. It was just an ugly game, but thankfully, obviously, we got the win, and that boosted us up into the top four. In that game, Carlton had just come off a 60-point loss to Fremantle, and they came out of the blocks. They were neck and neck up until that last quarter. Their injuries caught up with them. And that's just what Carlton do. I'll talk about that a little bit more, but I feel like that's what's going to happen this weekend. So as you know, Collingwood are coming off a 39-point win against Port Adelaide, thanks in part to a 7-0 first quarter. Port pushed us in the second. They capitalised on our shocking scoreboard pressure. Well, not our shocking scoreboard pressure. We had no scoreboard pressure. Couldn't kick straight. They kicked 5 goals in that second. We kicked 1. We came back. 39 points. Could have been a little bit more, but we let them. We took the foot off the gas in the last quarter. But Steve-O finished with 4. Elliott finished with 3. Reed chipped in with 1 snag and 4 behinds. The game against Port epitomised this Collingwood Beauty and the Beast sort of game we've been having these last few weeks. When we were on and playing the same way we played in that first quarter, beautiful, you can't fault us. But in that second quarter, when we took our foot off the gas, even in that towards the end of the last quarter, it's just ugly. It's just not ugly in the terms of how we're playing. It's just ugly how we give teams hope. We've done it all year, and hopefully it doesn't get exposed against Carlton this week. In their previous round, Carlton lamented to their 6th loss of the season, thanks to a 60-point bulldozing by the North Melbourne Football Club. Carlton actually only managed to kick 3 goals in 3 quarters. Well, they kicked 3 goals 10 and then kicked 5 in the last quarter to kind of bring back the margin, reduce the margin a little bit. Besides Cripps leading the way with 25 disposals, 1 goal, a bunch of clearances, there's literally not much to report on that game. Carlton had a shocker, and it kind of goes back to that round 14 game last year. They came off the exact same loss, 58 points. They came out firing, neck and neck, so that's why I think that it's not going to be a walk in the park like everyone says it's going to be. So we welcome back Maney after he fractured his back a couple of weeks ago in his 200th game. And just what a testament to him as a player, his professionalism, coming back after such an injury, lower back injury, it's a fracture. And after all the work he's put in over the last few years, it's, like I said, just a testament to his mentality, his physical preparation that he does with his body. And it's good. He deserves to be one of the first guys picked just for his hard work, and he bleeds black and white now. Also, we welcome back Rupert Wills, one of the forgotten men. Honestly, as bad as it is, I did forget about him as well. But he's been ripping it up in the VFL. I looked up his stats. He's averaging around 30 disposals a game in the first 4 games. Our best midfielder in the VFL currently. So his last game with us in the senior team was, I think it was about round 17 in 2017. So he hasn't played for over 600 days. He's an inside midfielder, so he comes in place of Taylor Adams. He's known for his tackling and his pressure around the ball. And for Maney, Beams actually comes out. He's nursing some sort of hip injury, so hopefully he's not too serious and we'll see him back next week. Carlton welcome back Cruiser, McGovern and Setterfield. They come in for Liam Jones, who's injured, O'Brien and Phillips. So a few big names for Carlton that come back in. Really good players as well. Cruiser, he was one of the best ruckmen in the game. Losing it a little bit, that could just be me trying to talk myself into it. McGovern, another forward presence, slots in with Casbolt and the Curnow brothers. So he's going to be one to watch out for as well. With Liam Jones out, Carlton lose arguably their best defender. This opens up the slot. Yeah, would have loved Cox in there, but it opens up the slot for Checkers, Reed, and even Degoe up in the air. Liam Jones would have taken I would assume he would have taken Reed as our best sort of forward at the moment, as he's their best player. What I'm trying to say is I don't see how, with Jones out, Marchbank, Plowman, you've got Thomas in there, I don't see how they take any of our big fellas. Even if they do cover them, you still got Steve-O, you still got Elliott to contend with, Hoskin Elliott, Josh Thomas. So our forward line is going to be full of pressure and too much to handle for the Carlton boys. In the last 2 games that we've played Carlton in the AFL season, Pendle's played directly on Cripps. In the first game, he nullified any sort of impact Cripps would have, but in the second game, he played on Cripps, but off him at the same time. Pendle's gathered, around 29 disposals again. I don't see them playing on each other. Maybe Treloar, if Buckley wants to do that thing he did with Neil, but with Greenwood in, you'd think with Greenwood, it'll be a hard tag on Cripps. Cripps is Carlton's best player, to put it bluntly. Well, not to put it bluntly, everyone's been saying it. You also got Sam Walsh to contend with, but I think if Greenwood does tag, it'll be a hard tag on Cripps. But, in saying that, Greenwood hasn't been hard tagging anybody. He's been playing off that half back line. We'll see what the coaches think. If it was me, I would put a hard tag on Cripps. Don't let him get anywhere near it. We know how good Greenwood is as a tagger, what he does to Selwood and stuff, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So my prediction and big call for this game, I honestly think Carlton are just going to come out of the blocks. I've been mentioning it in this video. I think, Carlton like to play a game against Collingwood like, if they beat us, that's it. That's their premiership trophy that they get at the end of the game or something like that. So everyone on Twitter, everyone on these Facebook groups and stuff, it's going to be a walk in the park. It's going to be a walk in the park. Oh, it's just Carlton. It's just Carlton. And I don't like hearing that. I call it like bad omens but it's just like a gut feeling that when people say that, we always get run over anyway. We know how Carlton like to play up against us. They could get done by 120 points the week before, and miraculously beat us by 12 points or something like that. And that's not me saying Collingwood aren't a great team or anything like that. We are great. I know how good we can be, but and we've been playing really good football. We're second on the ladder. There's no denying that. But what I'm saying is, like, if we don't put that scoreboard pressure on, if we don't make those kicks count, if we kick 1 goal 5 or 1 goal 6 in the second quarter, we give them hope. They capitalise. That's all you need in football. All you need is hope. If you get 2 or 3 goals in quick succession, all you need is hope, and you run out winners. But in saying all of that little tangent I just went on, I do think we'll win, but I only think we'll win by 14 points. And I guess that's my big call. My big call is that we're not going to win by a lot. So it's going to be a cold day on Saturday, rainy. Get your beanie on, get a jacket on. I'll see you at the MCG. Like, subscribe, comment, tell your friends, tell your pets, tell your family. I'm 1 subscriber off 50, which would be just a big achievement for me. Like I've been saying, I released that video yesterday. Still want to know some feedback on that, how you're going, or how's it going and stuff like that. And in the meantime, go Pies. I'll swoop you later.